5 habits that destroy your respect. Stoicism, Stoic wisdom. You might not even notice it, but certain daily habits are quietly chipping away at the respect others have for you. They don't make noise, they don't announce themselves, but over time they drain your reputation like water leaking from a cracked jar. And here's the twist. Most of us repeat these patterns without realizing the damage they cause to our relationships, careers, and even our self-worth. In today's reflection, we'll uncover 5 hidden habits that silently sabotage the way others see you. 4 of them are common traps nearly everyone falls into, and the 5th is one I've added from my own experience, one that might surprise you. Stick with me until the end, because recognizing these behaviors could be the first step to rebuilding your confidence, strengthening your character, and earning the kind of respect that lasts. Part 1. Gossip, the hidden poison. It often begins as something light-hearted, a quick story, a funny rumor, a whispered, "Did you hear about?" that makes us feel included in the moment. Gossip seems harmless, almost like background chatter that fills silence. But underneath that thin layer of entertainment lies something corrosive. Every time you repeat a detail that isn't yours to share, you send an invisible signal. I cannot be trusted. I learned this the hard way back in college. Conversations often revolved around who was dating whom, or which classmate made a questionable choice. At first, I thought it was all in good fun. Then one day, a private detail about the quiet classmate spread like wildfire. She pulled away completely, not because the secret was scandalous, but because her trust had been violated. Watching her retreat from everyone was a turning point for me. I realized gossip never just stays between us. It always leaves a scar. The Stoics warned us against this trap. Epictetus said, "If it doesn't concern you, don't say it." True strength comes not from knowing everyone's business, but from choosing restraint. People notice when you protect others' dignity, even in silence. Respect begins here, by guarding your words, resisting the urge to tear down, and choosing to elevate ideas instead of people's flaws. Part 2. When your word loses its weight. Respect often collapses, not with one big failure, but with small cracks in reliability. Promises made lightly, plans abandoned at the last minute, commitments spoken with enthusiasm, but forgotten when the moment comes. Each one chips away at the trust others place in you. When your word stops carrying weight, so does your presence. I used to believe flexibility was a strength. "Sure, I'll be there," I'd say, only to change my mind when something more appealing came along. It wasn't until I missed an important friend's celebration, a party she had carefully prepared for weeks, that I realized the true cost. My absence wasn't just a missed event. It was a silent message that my word meant very little. The relationship cooled, not because of anger, but because trust had quietly dissolved. Stoic thinkers placed immense value on integrity. Seneca reminded us that nothing is more precious than the commitment of a person who honors their word. Reliability isn't about making grand gestures. It's built through small, consistent actions. Showing up when you say you will, following through on what you promise, and being honest about your limits. Talent and charm may open doors, but reliability keeps them open. In the end, respect grows strongest where trust is safe. Part 3. The subtle disrespect of interrupting. Most of us have done it, jumping in before someone finishes their thought, eager to share our own idea. At first glance, interrupting seems harmless, even a sign of enthusiasm. But beneath the surface, it carries a deeper message. What I have to say matters more than what you are saying, and over time, that message eats away at respect. Early in my career, I was guilty of this constantly. Meetings became my stage. The moment an idea sparked, I cut in, whether to add, disagree, or help finish someone's sentence. I thought I was proving my value. In reality, I was proving my impatience. One day, a mentor calmly told me, "You're quick to speak, but slow to listen." That truth hit hard. I wasn't engaging. I was competing for airtime. The Stoics understood the wisdom of silence. Epictetus reminded us, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Listen twice as much as you speak." Real strength lies not in dominating conversations, but in honoring the space others need to express themselves. Practicing intentional listening changed everything. Waiting until someone finishes before responding showed humility, patience, and respect. And in return, I gained something unexpected. People began to trust my words more because they knew I truly valued theirs. Part 4. When complaining becomes your identity. Everyone vents from time to time. Maybe it's the traffic, a tough boss, or the weather refusing to cooperate. Complaining feels like a quick release, a way to unload frustration. But when it turns into a habit, it does something dangerous. It reshapes the way people see you. Instead of relief, constant negativity becomes your signature, the energy you carry into every room. I fell into this trap without realizing it. For a while, almost everything bothered me. If it rained, I groaned. If a plan changed, I griped. Friends started keeping their distance, not because they disliked me, but because being around me drained them. It took a close friend pointing out, "Man, it seems like nothing is ever good enough for you," for me to face the truth. They were right. My identity had become that of a complainer. The Stoics taught a timeless lesson. Don't waste energy on what you cannot control. Rain won't stop because you resent it, and traffic won't move faster because you fume. But your mindset? That can change everything. When I began replacing complaints with either action or acceptance, life grew lighter. Respect followed, because people are drawn to those who radiate resilience, not bitterness. Part 5. The trap of always being right. Few things push people away faster than the need to win every argument. At first, it might look like confidence, but over time, it reveals something else. Insecurity dressed up as certainty. When you constantly prove others wrong or refuse to admit mistakes, you don't earn respect. You suffocate it. I used to fall into this pattern without noticing. During discussions with friends or colleagues, I couldn't resist correcting small details or insisting on my perspective. I thought I was being precise, but what I was really saying was, your opinion doesn't matter as much as mine. The result? Conversations became battles, and people stopped opening up around me. The Stoics remind us that wisdom isn't about dominating others, but mastering ourselves. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake, I will gladly change, for it is the truth I seek." That mindset shifts everything. Admitting you don't know, or acknowledging when someone else has a better idea, shows humility. And humility, paradoxically, is what makes people respect you more deeply. True strength lies not in always being right, but in choosing growth over ego. When you trade the need to win for the courage to listen and learn, you don't lose credibility, you gain it. Conclusion: choosing respect. Every day. Respect rarely disappears overnight. It fades through small habits repeated daily. Gossip unreliability, interrupting, constant complaining, and the urge to always be right may seem minor, but together they quietly erode how others see you and how you see yourself. The good news is, each one can be replaced, with integrity, with patience, with humility, with gratitude. The Stoics remind us that character is built in moments, not grand gestures. One choice at a time, you can create a reputation anchored in trust and calm strength. So let me ask, which of these habits speaks loudest to you? Share your reflection below, and if this message resonated, like the video, subscribe, and join this community of growth. Your journey toward respect starts now.